Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
He is a comic book nerd.
In brightest day and darkest night. We can learn a lot from comics.
She is a reality TV junkie.
No idea.
Snooki had her baby. A dollar makes me holla.
Chris likes sci-fi.
They do a brain transplant into this whole new body, but it's you.
Kristen likes celebrity gossip.
Breaking news.
Oh, more breaking
It's
news?
official. It's official. Before it was just a rumor. These two, our pets, moved back in together.
What do they have in common? Nothing. You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
Now, here's Chris and Kristen.
Well, hello, and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen. We just recorded I use recorded loosely. I just talked for about 15 minutes. Not really that long, but a little while, and we just realized
We didn't realize.
recording.
That's
this
like
is
the
amateur hour
podcasters.
here at podcasting. This is our first show
And we
ever.
were talking. This is gonna be like episode 103, and we still.
All of a sudden he's like, we're not recording.
I wasn't paying attention to the computer. Oh, it's not recording. Oh.
Yeah, we're doing things. We're starting from scratch here.
Yeah, so
as I was saying,
as you were saying,
maybe it's because we shouldn't even talk about the Kardashians.
the Kardashians
Like the
poisoned
podcast
our.
just said no.
Yeah.
Just stop recording.
The computer, the algorithm, you're
Yeah.
talking about Kardashians.
I heard it. Okay, stop.
Does not compute.
The computer's now going against us. They're just that smart.
The computer's heard enough
So
of
what I
Kardashians.
had said before was we did something in our last podcast that we have not done, I don't think, in a while.
Surprisingly enough,
We did not talk about the famous,
the
the
wonderful
one and only,
fuck tape star.
big booty, big belly star, Kim Kardashian.
Yeah.
And I had some news.
Yeah, we had news.
It's very relevant news. It's somewhat. Let's see. Recently, like the other day, was this past week, they had in LA the court settlement.
Chris Humphries and
Chris
Kim
Humphries
Kardashian.
and Kim Kardashian before the trial, to see if it was going to go to trial, if you could settle, whatever. I don't know how it all works.
Yeah, because they don't want to waste. I mean, the courts in their mind don't want to waste money.
So they have the settlement before. Chris was a no-show because he was in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
His own fault, either way. So he didn't show. Kim K showed.
Do you know if was he playing? Was he playing basketball?
All that the report said was that they saw him at 2 a.m. looking upset outside a bar.
Oh.
The night before that he's supposed to be at 8:30 a.m. in LA. In New York City.
Yeah. I mean,
so I don't know
if he was playing at 8 or 9,
conflict.
then he could kind of argue that he was working.
That wasn't said, so I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I was like. Maybe he had a freaking game, isn't it?
I mean, I think that's the only reason you have.
It would be, yeah. So I don't know. They didn't say that.
Okay,
but
I'm just curious.
They didn't say that. And I guess if you're making a date, maybe they would work around his schedule either way.
That's true.
You know? I don't know. Either way, I don't know.
Okay.
So either way, he didn't show up. Okay. But,
For the
Kim K did.
Mm-hmm.
That's her job.
Yeah, because she's so busy.
It's to show, she took time out of her schedule to show
Her busy
up.
schedule of going to the store and telling people to rearrange the clothes racks.
So with that being said, no settlement was made. Mm-hmm. It is now going to public court. Well, it's going to be public because court is public.
Yeah.
And I think it's beginning of May, they said, so it's going to be soon. Kim K does not want the cameras to be there. Surprise, surprise. Chris does.
Yeah, I think it's going to be
an E-exclusive
An
deal.
E-exclusive, because if anyone remembers, years ago when they had the Michael Jackson trial.
I remember that. That was so...
Because I can see the judge,
yeah.
I can see the judge saying they don't want cameras there, but then what E was doing was they took the transcripts from that day.
And they got, all lookalikes, which is kind of crazy.
And I
it's
think
not like people were just dressed up. They legit...
Yeah, and they reenacted it, so it does not surprise me if E can't
made
get
a reenactment.
and they could get Kim Kardashian to play Kim Kardashian.
Can't get cameras in. They're definitely doing a reenactment. That's going to be people are going to be tuned in because unfortunately the E Network is now the Kardashian Network.
Because wasn't that wedding their highest rated
ever? I still haven't even seen the second part where they actually get one. I saw the first and I was like, this is kind of boring. We really have to make this 2 parts. Was it the fairy tale wedding or whatever? Yeah, So, yeah, Chris wants the cameras there because he's claiming the whole divorce thing is over. He's saying it was a fraudulent marriage. Mm-hmm. So that's what he's trying to prove.
That he got duped.
Yeah, basically. And, that's your own fault if you got duped. I don't know.
Yeah.
And, but still, if...
It's the power of the pussy. You can make guys
that clan.
Yeah. That's why guys get married in the first place.
Exactly.
Every man is duped. If he gets a settlement for being duped, then I'm going to quote the precedent and
exactly.
Excuse me, Your Honor, I like to quote Kardashian v. Humphreys.
Yeah.
And
I was duped. Power of the pussy.
In the case
via
of
power pussy, I was duped.
Case number 14523, Kardashian Humphreys.
Kardashian pussy. I was duped.
In the Los Angeles County Court.
But the best part is like a few weeks ago, maybe a month or so, they were like revealed like how he's saying how it was fraudulent marriage because on the reality show there when they're married, they had to they reshot when he proposed, so that was in better lighting for her.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but scenes were reshot, and so, but that's.
He doesn't have a leg to stand on that one.
Right.
Because reality shows...
That's what reality TV is, and it was supposed to be like this big breaking news. Maybe, like, younger viewers didn't know that, but I know that.
Yeah,
like,
anybody with common sense would know.
Right, like, know that things are reshot to make them look good. Like, and, like, arguments are brought back up because the cameras missed it, you know? Like, it's just, like, that's not breaking news, guys.
Yeah.
So, that's his whole...
This podcast is a fraud. We had this conversation 5 minutes ago. We had to re-record because the damn computer wasn't on.
Yeah, see, we're
this podcast is just a lie, people.
We are a reality TV show on E. And now there's like it was like a countdown the other day. I think it's next Sunday it's gonna be, cause it's like 10 days until. And this is what it is. On E, Ryan Seacrest is interviewing all the Kardashians. What are they? Yeah. It's like the guy that's producing,
the guy that's producing their shows.
Yeah, and it's like, what better person than to, it's like the guy, you know, doing the voice there. He's like, what better person to ask questions than your friend?
Yeah.
And it's like, all your questions gonna be, like, what? I don't have questions for these people.
It's gonna be the most innocuous.
And like, one of the questions that they leave at the end was like, would you ever get married again? And then it cuts to, like, it's over.
Oh. And again, it's like
that's what I care about.
Dramatic sting music, and it zooms in on her face.
I know, and it's like, I can't believe that there's this going on. Like,
tune in on E.
Yeah, like, it's probably like a 2-part thing. Because there's like 50 of them you gotta interview.
After Chelsea lately.
Yeah. I couldn't believe that. I was like, well, there's really an interview thing going on? What do we see them every day? Yeah. I have no questions for them. No question that is not unanswered. Like, I can't wait. You know, I'll probably see it, but just to see what the questions are.
And you know, did they not? Let's mention the fact that he's their boss.
Right.
He's the producer of the show.
So of course they can't deny, like, sitting down. They're like, yeah, I guess we'll sit down with you. Then sitting down with your friend. Yeah. Yeah. He's the one making my paycheck. He's my best friend.
That's weird. Like, imagine him being our boss. Like, what if Ryan Seacrest became our boss? Yeah. Seacrest Production, Two Strangers, One Podcast.
Oh, God.
Mr. Seacrest, give us a call.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Two Strangers, One Podcast at gmail.com.
Thank you. Call us. And then, just recently, like, I just looked up some stuff in between our shows. Mm-hmm. The brilliant Kim Kardashian, because I mean, she's brilliant. She uploaded a video on whatever, probably Instagram, of her 17-year-old sister Kendall laying in a bathing suit on her stomach and just talking about how hot she is and her hot body. And
oh boy! I
mean, like I said, if that was a guy doing that video, it'd be totally creepy.
Yeah, guys can't post a video of this 17-year-old.
But you're sitting there like subjecting your sister now. Now this is uploaded to the internet for all the pervs to look at.
Yeah,
of this 17-year-old,
the dirty old men like myself watching the video for the wrong reason.
You idiot! Like,
in all fairness,
right? I think it's just,
like she was pimped out by her mom,
right?
So for her pimping out her sister,
it's only following in the footsteps.
Yeah, I mean, of course,
of course, when she was pimped out, she was in her 20s,
and
you know,
17. She's legal in most states, right? Yeah, I think.
Is she legal in California?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know the law in California, but 17 relatively is legal.
There's
so
consent.
Yeah, so you know, like I said,
I think
there's a twist of like, okay, this is good for us, but I don't think she's like, oh, I'm gonna pimp her out.
Yeah,
because she was pimped out herself. So
I think it's ignorance.
That's
like,
cycle of
the cycle of abuse.
Abusive parents. The kids become abusive because that's all they know.
Well,
so
now
she's
there's
pimping out her sister.
I don't know, it's never been confirmed. I just read the other day on like Yahoo. It was like Kendall, who's a 17-year-old. Like Victoria's Secret's now looking at her for modeling. Like, can you see that paycheck coming in? These girls are so freaking lucky.
Well, I mean, also because Kendall is the kid of Kris Kardashian, the mother, and Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner, an Olympian. I mean, okay, whatever about the mother, but the father alone is good genetics.
Oh yeah,
you know,
bodies. Like they've done like modeling.
Mm-hmm.
The two younger ones, they've been in that, of course, pimped out by their mom. They're starting young.
Yeah, so
like they've done little runway shows and stuff like that. So it wouldn't surprise me if Victoria's Secret picked him up, but I hope it's nothing. Like I hope it's.
But have you heard what Victoria's Secret's doing?
What do I want to know?
They are starting. They proposed starting a line called the Bright Young Things, and it was supposed to be underwear for
young
teens.
So that's what I was gonna
like
say.
Teens.
I could see them picking up that they were doing like a teen line, a younger line. So it sounds like they are.
If they did it, I mean,
It
not for
wouldn't surprise
nothing,
me then,
Kendall would be the perfect model, celebrity
Right, 'cause
endorser.
they've done. I don't know. I can't think of but major clothing stuff for like young kids.
Yeah, and
So it wouldn't surprise me if Victoria's Secret was like, "Hey, let's cash in on this."
Yeah, it was. So it's the line is called the Bright Young Things, and what had happened was
I love that you know it.
Well, because there was a father who went online. Now, I understand.
They didn't like it.
Yeah, he wrote a letter about how his daughter. I heard this on the radio, and actually they brought this up on the Living Lane podcast, our brother podcast on the West Coast. That the father was like, "Oh, my little girl likes watching cartoons and stuff like that. I don't like the pressure that you're putting on teenagers to put."
Well, it's provocative. Victoria's Secret alone in itself is known for being
The name itself, Victoria's Secret.
It's known for it. I can see where they're coming. It is. It's awkward.
And the father,
it's awkward for a father.
The father wrote a letter, and I mean, his daughter was like 4. He's
okay.
That's something like he's like, "Oh, I hope this doesn't happen because."
And what parents don't realize, they can shelter their kids.
Yeah, that's the whole thing is like...
they can monitor what they're watching.
If you do your job as a fucking parent,
right.
You don't have to worry about
be exposed
your daughter trying to dress like a slut or whatever.
How about that kid's 4 years old?
Yeah. I mean, keep in mind that...
about the future.
I mean, there are... Just society alone pressures girls to be...
real thin
and sexual before...
Well, just the photoshopping, too. You know what I'm saying? So there's this... unattainable look you're supposed to have, and girls go to the extreme, of course, to have it.
Okay,
so
okay, now, and I'm just showing.
Cool.
Their panties with the the ones that
young teens.
Okay,
Victoria's Secret. It says
what
too
they call
cool on the
there's ones that one says wild.
That's nice.
One says too cool.
Too cool's fine. I don't know about wild.
Dare you?
See, that's too. I wouldn't want my teen wearing that.
And call me. That's actually
the only one
on
that's appropriate is probably too cool.
Yeah.
Call me?
Wild, dare you, call me.
Might as well just put slut.
Yeah, and it's on the crotch. It's on, it's, what do you call it? What do you call that? What would you call that?
Snatch.
What do you call that style of,
thong?
It's a thong, but it has the thicker, waistband
thong,
or whatever. Panties, boy shorts.
Yeah, that I would totally be.
So
I think that's inappropriate.
So my thing is that
for a teen,
teenager girls nowadays with the
internet, it's on your underwear, so somebody can see what's.
And the other one said, "Call me on the crotch."
Yeah.
So I mean,
there's enough
meaning that you may not see this person again.
Yeah. There's enough nastiness that goes on in school now with these kids. Like, let's add to it.
Because I mean,
they're all
you would probably know better than me, only because a 16-year-old could go into Victoria's Secret right now and buy something. Like they don't have to market.
Yeah, there's no I need to see your ID or anything.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing like that because to them, and what it is just underwear.
It's just underwear. So
that's all. You're just buying underwear.
I mean, I understand. In a messed up part of my head, I understand why Victoria's Secret's doing it, because girls are getting sexualized at a younger age. But, I mean, unfortunately, it's just very immoral. And I'm a father myself, I'm saying? I have my little girl, and I'm of the mentality that if you do your job right, and you raise your daughter with proper self-esteem, I mean, of course it's hard, and, parents work a lot and stuff like that. But if you raised your kid right, this wouldn't be an issue.
We're not wearing Coleman panties.
You know what I'm saying?
At 14,
I mean, of course they're going to be...
gross shit that games I've heard just...
Yeah, a girl...
And I was like, that wasn't even around when I was in high school, or middle school even, and I'm, 27? Now the shit I hear, I'm like, that's...
A girl's gonna be a slut whether she's wearing fucking granny panties or not.
It's ingrained in her head. She's ready to go.
And let me tell you, I went out this past weekend. I went out to Pineapple Jack's again to see. There's a band called Springer.
If you're ever looking for Chris, that's where he is.
Yeah, Springer's ever playing Pineapple Jack's. Come look me up. So I'm there, but afterwards, and I went with a bunch of people. Afterwards, we all went to Denny's. So obviously, out here in Rochester, places close at 2:00. So 2:30 in Denny's, it becomes
it's the wild
packed.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I mean
usually they have cops there now. I've noticed, at 2.
Yeah,
and
because they know
somebody's because they just had
drunk driving and stuff like that.
People are drunk and run out on bills and.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Well, and
people get sloppy.
What happened with us was not happened with us. I mean, you see these people obviously from like a hip hop club or whatever, and these girls are wearing
provocative.
Because the clubs, some clubs are 18 to enter, 21 to drink, so you could come.
A lot of them are, yeah.
And these girls, I could look in their faces and tell that they're young, as in like they're not
21.
Wearing
nothing.
Mini shorts, basically. I mean, if she didn't shave that morning, you'd probably see.
Yeah, no, it's true. And that's how short it is.
I mean, of course, maybe I shouldn't be looking, but and it's also
they're
like
dressing that way for you to look.
Yeah,
honest,
and it's like, of course, the father in me goes, "Is that my little baby gonna do that?" In 16 years, is she gonna be?
Ever saw me in that? Like, even if it was a photo, like I wasn't leaving the house like that, I would get beaten. Like, you want to be his parent, but if it got to that point, it would be like, you are never leaving this house until we know what you're wearing. Like, it just wouldn't happen.
It's like I said, I mean, of course, me as a man, I'm gonna look, but like, and I mean, these girls have booties. So imagine short dresses with the, it was like, cut off right at the crotch. It was so, and you look at them and you're like, you got your whole fucking life ahead of you.
Relax,
you're gonna make a stupid decision tonight that's gonna affect you the rest of your fucking life. Yeah, or an STD tonight.
Something's happening
because the guys they were with, looked
fun.
They didn't look like fine young gentlemen.
Scholars.
Yeah. So but it was, seeing those people.
I actually got something with hip hop. Boom, boom, boom,
Drop
boom.
the bass.
Rick Ross, the ultimate hip hopper. Bebopper.
Okay, I think I heard this story this morning on the radio.
Reebok, they had
they dropped him.
They dropped him because it must be a new song that he put out. Basically, it's about Molly, which is it's like the date rape drug, basically.
Oh, okay. All right, yeah.
So it's like he's rapping about giving a girl Molly and how he's it's like, you don't even know that I gave it to you. I put it in your drink, basically. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, and then I take you home, I have sex with you, you have no idea. Like, basically,
date raping.
It's a song about raping a girl. Date raping her. So yeah, they dropped him.
They dropped him. But then again,
and he's been like, there's been photos. I don't know if he must be on tour or performing wherever the hell he is. Mm-hmm. I don't know who he's on tour with, but there's all these photos of him shirtless.
Yeah,
and
that's
boobs. Stop.
And Reebok sells athletic apparel.
Yeah. And it's just like belly and boobs, and he's covered in tats. But it's like, keep your shirt on, man.
Yeah, it's like, did you not watch this guy for 5 minutes?
Right, like, how did Reebok get into this guy? Like, this guy's known as like that.
They shows you those corporate guys, like as soon as like somebody go, the kids like him.
Yeah, right. Like, oh yeah, we'll go with him.
These clueless guys.
Like, he's just known as being that guy, that controversial, into like the drug ring.
Yeah, all his songs are about, how he packs his cocaine and that he's got shipments coming in from. He's got shipments coming in and he's got the packages.
Look up a photo of him and you saw athletic shoes. He's on there with bigger boobs than me.
Big fat guy.
His belly out.
With like prison tats all over his body.
Right, and you thought that was a good idea?
Yeah.
Don't just surprise me that he was dropped, but I think that's good for standing up for yourself. I mean, like, he did have race lyrics. Let's take that away.
When you're promoting Hot Pockets, that's one thing.
Right,
Sneakers or something else.
Sneakers or something else. And Diddy's baby mama drama.
Oh,
I don't know who his baby mama is.
I think he has like.
The one that's living in the house.
Okay.
All right. They just showed a picture of her. She's pretty. I don't know her, like, if she's anybody. Mm-hmm. I guess the nanny is claiming, and the baby mama is denying it. Diddy has said nothing. The nanny's claiming that the kids went to school covered in coke. Yeah, and the baby mama just hangs out all day, does drugs, and the nanny takes care of them. And so I guess, like, they were playing with a bag of powder and whatever, went to school and it was on them. But also, like, the school didn't say anything. So I don't know if the kids ever, like, if the nanny was driving them and saw and, like, took them home. Because, like, the school didn't say, like, we noticed the kids had that. Or what, but saying that they were covered in coke. And the baby mama's denying it, saying the nanny's just pissed about being fired. So it's up in the air.
That's
in the air still. That's just what was said.
And see, I don't know enough about the baby mama, so I can't.
Right, like, she wasn't.
I want to comment, but I have no idea.
Anybody, like, I didn't recognize the name or anything.
I mean,
she's pretty
too busy hiding and making coke, doing coke.
Hanging out. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, you live a glamorous lifestyle and you're bored and...
Spend Diddy's money.
Right. She is. Spending it on drugs.
Yeah, but I mean, like, some...
She's already spent it on
some
stuff.
women blow money, some people waste money on drugs, some people waste money on, get a hobby.
But I hope
go shopping.
Yeah. I hope she does have a hobby. It's drugs.
At least you have something to show
She's
for it.
all the time. I mean, I hope for the kids' sake that's not true, because that would be really sad if they, handed on that.
Yeah, that's...
And obviously, maybe that's not the first time they played with it.
It's one thing, I mean, it sounds weird, I can understand if you have the situation set up where you got a nanny taking care of your kids, so you got nothing but time and money on your hands. Go right ahead and kill yourself, but do it in another room. Do it anywhere near where your kids can be.
To.
Go kill.
They're gonna put stuff in their mouths. They're gonna, be curious.
Yeah, if you're gonna go kill yourself, go kill yourself. Just don't do it around your kids. Shit. If you got the money, get another apartment right next door. There you go. All right, mommy's
over there.
Mommy's got to go to work, and when she goes to work, work is a mirror and a credit card. Then I could deal with that, or not deal with that, but I mean, I kind of understand that mentality. As long as your bases are covered.
Yeah,
you covered your ass.
That's why I hope it's not true for the kids' sake.
Yeah,
but I can also see it being true just because people are.
And then they're gonna grow up rich. They already have money. They're going to grow up in a privileged life, and they're not going to know any different. And it's the biggest shame when kids don't know.
I guess,
what I'm saying? The kids that are raised in fucked up circumstances, they just don't know what's right and wrong because mommy and daddy didn't do their fucking job.
Mommy and daddy ain't right and wrong.
I tell you, people, I mean, I know I'm probably not the brightest shining example, but you got to raise your kids right, kind of like the bright young things. You know what I'm saying? If you raise your kids right, you know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, I can't predict the future, but I'm hoping to raise my daughter right where she doesn't feel pressured. I mean, there's going to be pressure. Of course there is. Of course there's going to be. There's always that one slut that's going to do everything, or even worse, the girl who gets the reputation of being a slut who hasn't done anything.
That's so awful.
That's even worse. But there's always going to be pressure. But you got to raise your kid hopefully with enough hug your kid enough, and tell them let them know that they're special and everything, so they don't grow up and if I blow this guy, he'll like me now.
He'll like me now.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not gonna happen, girl.
You have to understand.
It's not gonna happen, girl.
And then, of course,
once you graduate, you never see him again.
The father has to be there in the first place, but you know what I mean. But
now there's rumors which seem to be confirming that Sharon and Ozzy Osbourne are splitting. There was rumors, and now just recently, Sharon was just spotted. It was rumored that she was staying in a hotel room. Now it's just been spotted that she was moving into a new mansion. Just her with her furniture. So they might be, the rock and roll couple might be.
Well, I mean,
I don't know how she's put up with him all these years.
I mean, he legitimately tells stories about like how he got coked out and started choking her.
Right.
And then, but not that this makes any difference and not that it helps, but like he doesn't even remember it. Like he wakes up and the cops he wakes up in jail and the cops.
It's all just blacked out stuff. Yeah.
And not that justifies it at all, and he's, and being a rock star on the road, he's probably fucked everything that moves, and it's women throw themselves at him.
He's used his body so much, it probably doesn't even work anymore. He's just like older.
He's so drugged up, he probably even can't even get it up.
Yeah, that's probably an issue, so.
And so, I mean.
I'm surprised she's made it with him this long.
Yeah.
Because even when they had that show years ago, I was like, she's still with him. He just seems so not functional.
He's gonna fucking die. If she's not in his life, he's gonna crumble. Because nobody has kept him in line except her.
She's taking care of him, kept him,
So if she leaves, understandably so, and I'm not mad at her in any way, shape, or form. If she left, guarantee you Ozzy's dead in 5 years. I'll put money on it.
Real nice.
Well, I'm just speaking what I feel would be the truth. I don't want to. I love Ozzy. I said I've seen him. I've probably seen Ozzy.
That stable part and kept him in line.
Yeah, she's kept him in line. He's and let me, like I've said before in the past, and I'll say it again, he puts on a great show. You know what I'm saying? For a guy who barely talks, he gets up on stage and belts his ass off.
And then suddenly, he's singing, and you're like, I don't understand him. That's the only way he can talk.
You can get in the helicopter. Mr. Crowley! All of a sudden it's all perfect and clear. But that's, and the joke is that he dumps water on himself because he's so old that he has to take a piss. So he wets his whole body so you don't notice that he's pissed on himself.
I remember that. Remember that Fergie incident years ago? This was when Black Eyed Peas were first coming out.
And she had drip down her leg or something like that?
It was straight up pee mark. It wasn't, I mean, it was pee. And she was denying it, and then later was well, I had to go.
Yeah.
So it's I understand. Some people, I don't remember who the heck was saying it, but some rock stars I've heard, they leave a bucket on the side, on the side of the stage, they go back and they're peeing.
Yeah.
And then come out. Yeah, I would have to pee too if Especially if you drank before.
And Ozzy's an old man.
Yeah.
And it's not like he could shuffle off the stage.
But that was gross with like Fergie because it was like khaki capris and it was like, you can't.
Yeah.
Like that's just a wet spot.
It
was like, you couldn't go off stage.
At least Ozzy wears black pants.
Yeah.
And he's white.
Like at first she was saying it was sweat because at first like it was like just like the crack, but then it went down like one side. It was like,
how sweaty is your pussy,
girl?
Yeah,
it was like, that is not just sweat because they were tight. They were loose. It was just like, just admit it.
Yeah.
And then later on, she was like, well, I had to go. I mean, I was in the middle of, I think she was like in the middle of singing or something. I don't know.
And the cool thing is, well, go on.
Which is pretty talented to be able to sing and pee at the same time. That's like, I have to like
different
concentrate.
muscles.
Yeah.
Well, I guess, the diaphragm, when you're singing, you press down on the diaphragm.
Yeah, maybe
that's gotta suck when you get, if you do, I mean,
really bad.
I never thought of it like that, because I'm
not really a singer.
I'm not a singer, but you are, those muscles.
Kind of just pushing.
The muscles that make you sing.
Make you pee.
Kind of push down on your area to so that's gotta suck if you gotta pee. Yeah. Well, Ozzy, like I said, he dumps water on himself. He comes out with like a fire hose. He sprays the audience also, which is not for nothing because he always plays in Ozfest. Ozfest is always in the summer, and when you're out in 90-degree weather, you've been out there all day. You welcome the fire hose, but he'll spray the fire hose. He wets himself, but I mean it's because so he can wet himself.
So he can literally wet himself.
He dumps water.
It sucks for like females like Fergie and like any like Pink or somebody or the famous Britney Spears. Like if you do have to pee, like for us girls, like we're not squatting at a bucket. Like we would need like a porta potty right there because you can't. It's just too much.
Yeah,
you're doing too much to avoid getting it on your pants to begin with.
Yeah,
where it's like you might as well take off your pants backstage and go.
So
like guys can go over there, go pee in a bucket quick while we're like, let me take off my pants, okay, I'm good. And then you gotta put them in probably like the tightest pants.
That's what I'm saying, and they're wearing tight stuff and
it's just not fair for us females. So if you just have a nice, like one of those commodes that the old people have.
Oh, the bedpan?
Yeah, like a nice bedpan just over there, like, alright, I can go.
Bedpan and a curtain.
Just something that,
bedpan and a towel.
That's what I wonder if they do that.
And you go, hey, like you're looking at everyone around you, hey, how you doing? Well, I'm
almost done. Oh, you guys keep going. Keep rocking up.
Because, I mean, you have to stay hydrated so you don't pass the fuck out. Because you're running around on stage and you're singing, you gotta stay hydrated, but you are exerting yourself.
A rock star,
I never thought about that. That's
especially because sometimes you do not feel well.
I almost feel bad.
An upset stomach too. Mm-hmm. You need a toilet in case you gotta go on stage. That's what my rock and roll demands would be. I need a toilet.
And it's got to be different because at least like with rock and roll people, you could have bass solo, drum solo.
Like you guys play for a moment while I'm over here digging. You know what? Keep playing. And I'm like,
that I get, but
like Selena Gomez. I don't know what the hell they'd be doing.
Yeah.
Like dancing.
You guys keep dancing.
You guys keep going.
Keep the synthesizers going.
I just don't feel well. Yeah, keep the synthesizers going.
Yeah, like I said, with rock and roll bands, it's a little easier.
Have some instruments going.
Drum solo.
You guys have your time right now. That would suck to be like the drum, like a bassist or a drummer.
And the one person who can't leave the stage is a drummer. I think everybody else could leave except the drummer. The drummer needs to be there because every song has drums in it.
Unless
you decide to go.
Unless they have like.
Unless the drummer has
to. You can pull a stool out and then put the thing there, like they do it real quick or something.
Unless the drummer would probably have like a signal to the lead singer, like play the ballad,
time for me to go.
Play that acoustic guitar now, because and it's funny,
or
like
they're just sitting on.
All right, just sitting on the bucket.
When they need to. People
like that,
know.
like I mentioned earlier, the band Springer. When I saw them in Pineapple Jacks, what I love is that you got, it's 4 guys in the band. The 3 guys up front, lead guitarist, bass guitarist, rhythm guitarist, all rock and roller, and the singer. So you got 5 guys. So, they're all typical rock and rollers. Shirts with crosses and skulls and
the badasses.
All the tap out shirts and what's the other one, the Ed Hardy type, Affliction, and if not Affliction, like shirts in that vein,
looks that same way.
With the fleur de lis and vines and skulls and crosses, and very rock and roll, and another guy, guys have their sleeves off, or one guy has like the sleeveless button down black shirt, rock and roller. The drummer, who
they take their shirts off, don't they? I've seen a lot of drummers wear I mean, it doesn't matter what shape they're in. Like, they just take their shirt off because they get so hot.
Yeah, this guy, now, his deal was...
I was like, that makes sense.
Because obviously, and I don't want to put it like this, but obviously the other guys in the front are all white. This guy is not white. The drummer, he's either Spanish or black or half black, or he's not.
There's a swirl in there.
There's something. He's got a cafe latte, mocha latte complexion,
mocha colored skin,
and he's got and actually has like kind of like braids in his hair, kind of like box braids. So. But he's dressed like he's about to go play basketball. He has a basketball jersey on, no letters, no numbers on it, a basketball jersey and basketball shorts.
Like so he's
more comfortable, but like he is so not rock and roll, and I guess because he's behind
can do what they want.
He's behind the drums, you guys dress for fashion, I'm dressing for comfort. Fuck
I'm
that.
dressing for the basketball game.
And let me tell you, for a guy like me who's probably, if you add up every time I play basketball, probably haven't broken an hour in basketball. Basketball shorts are comfortable as hell because they're made.
They're baggy, right?
They're baggy.
Just loose.
They're loose. You go flop around in them. Some of them have that netting. Some have
the underwear netting. Right?
Yeah. So you don't really need. You don't have to wear underwear. Yeah. You got it's
comfort.
Yeah. And it has
it's secured.
It's holy, not the right word, but it's like a net. Yeah, it's like a mesh and
I always wondered,
cradles the jewels.
Because I think it would be awkward if maybe I asked my brother or something.
Uh-huh.
Don't it annoy you guys when you guys get running and stuff? It's gotta hit your leg, right? Your wiener. Does that get annoying, or you guys just used to it?
Well, see, when you're wearing when you're wearing really baggy, okay,
like you're in your basketball shorts, you're running.
No, but when you wear boxer briefs, kind of contain.
So it's not.
You either you lean to the left or you lean to the right, and it kind of
hit.
No, it's
like.
I don't know. Maybe
you're running. Secured
no,
to
it's
your
just
leg?
it's just
there.
Moving. It's not.
Because I wouldn't know how to help me if I was like a sports person. I was like running. I was like, stop.
No, your underwear, the boxer briefs, you can.
Tell me more.
Yeah, well, like a Mr. John Hamm where it runs down the leg. It goes down one leg,
so it's just secured in that spot. It's not moving.
You lean to the left or the right, and actually, you should know this about EMTs when you give the person the shock trousers. I don't know. Well, that's what I was trained. And I'm just let the audience know. Actually, let's take a quick break. Then we'll get back to it. We'll be right back.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Hello, this is Cordero Ulloa.
I'm Dwight Graham.
Hey, this is Seth.
Hey, podcasters, this is Nick Pilgrim.
We'd like to invite you to sit in for some free funny provided by the Livin' Lame Podcast Entertainment Network. For movie and television news, shared with all the fervor you'd expect from a group of pop culture junkies, check out the insights of Seth Parker, Cordero Ulloa, and Alex Chittenden on Real Chat.
If numerology and astrology interest you, drop in the public forums and join the discussion with Joe Fox, Carrie Fox, and Foxy D on the Foxton. Or pop in on Two Strangers, One Podcast with Chris Cologne and Kristen Montrello and get to know them as they get to know each other.
For music news and concert stories, check out The Breakdown, where we all share our interests and opinions on what we do best, music. Or for the big daddy that started it all, join Cordero Ulloa, Dwight Graham, myself, Joe and Carrie Fox, Seth Parker, and Megan Phelps on Livin' Lame.
To check all these shows out, visit www.livinlamepodcastentertainment.com. It's all one word.
Have a sense of humor.
See ya!
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. Pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com. And now for listeners of Two Strangers, One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase. And we're back. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little lesson in emergency medical. There's these things called shock trousers where if you're losing blood and stuff like that.
Yeah, they've kind of for some reason they've taken them away. Really, like that's your very, very, very last resort.
Yeah, very.
They've taken
because hopefully you'll get the person to the hospital before you need.
It's like they don't recommend it because I don't think they've worked as well as what they wanted them to.
Yeah, and
it's like a big tourniquet.
It's a big. What it is. Well, the ones that I was trained with, it looks like chaps almost, like crotchless pants.
Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like.
And what it does is it squeezes the leg so much that it pushes the blood back up in the upper.
So it's supposed to be like a giant tourniquet
to the upper body, so the vital organs get the blood. So, what you have to, if the person is conscious, you have to ask them, how are you hanging? Are you hanging to the left or to the right? Because if you put the shock pants and you don't get the penis right, you're gonna gonna hurt the body. I mean, maybe not cut it off, but
you think I give a shit at that point?
Well, no, yeah, exactly. If you're at that point,
I'm worried about your wiener. Nah.
But it's only fair that if you're going to put on the shock pants that you try to put them.
Like, because you're not in panic right now that all this blood is being lost. You're going to worry about their John Hamm.
Hey, they're John Hamm. And it's boxer briefs. And let me tell you, boxer briefs are like a godsend. You know what I'm saying? Like in the 80s with being regular briefs, boxers give you no support whatsoever. Boxers are the worst fucking thing that ever happened. Boxers, I don't know who boxers are made for. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't get it. I mean, it's one of the, you always see it, like, I get it like it's in jail and in the army. Those are the only places you see boxers. Right. They're like, I guess where they have to give you something. Mm-hmm. They have to give you some sort of, cause I guess with underwear it's a little, cause you worry about waist size and groin size and everything like that. But boxer briefs are God's gift to man. It really is. They're comfortable.
Boxers, if you want to support us.
Yeah, no, boxer briefs, yeah. We gotta put our own signature line, Two Strangers, One Podcast, boxer briefs.
Support our
and show. For the girls it'll be the boy shorts.
One boxer briefs.
And, you get the boy shorts and then I get the, boxer briefs they're comfortable. Cool. Yeah, too cool. Two Strangers.
Maybe.
It'll say, typical, and the funny thing is, and so, boxer briefs are comfortable.
The guys love them.
I can't.
Just can't talk about them.
Because being a fat guy and if you wear briefs and you're a fat guy and your thighs rub together,
the little chafe.
You get the chafing. It's me and my friend Jimmy, rest his soul. We used to call it the rub. When you get the rub, and you put talcum powder and all this. If you have boxer briefs rub against each other, you know what I'm saying? And as opposed to you getting the rub.
There's no rub.
It's, that alone, you know what I'm saying? They're comfortable, they give you support, and quite frankly, depending on who you're around, you can wear them in around the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't, obviously if it depends on who you're living with, but, once you get to that level where you're comfortable with the girl, you walk around in your boxer briefs. There's nothing, it's not indecent, it's not,
Unless the little wiener pokes out of the hole.
No, they got the flaps. They got the flaps that are made now where it's not.
It's not gonna peek out, a little peekaboo.
You have to.
What if you're just sitting there? And
you have to dig there and see.
Just out, and then a friend comes over. You're like, didn't even know, man.
Yeah. And see that's another thing. Guys don't really talk about. Some people pull their waistband under their dick and piss. Some guys open the flap and piss. I'm pull the waist down kind of guy.
Yeah.
Like
cleaner that way.
It's just why go through all this work of digging through something when you could just
find it.
Jesus, boy, you are really putting me down. But I'm saying, but you got to move two flaps of cloth out of each other and then dig in and get the monster. But
that's what I would, in a sense, I would love to be a guy because. I'm not saying that. I'm going that way, but I want
to be a man.
I need to be a man tomorrow. Like, you can be outside when you need to at a bar or something. You have that ability. And also, you could play so many tricks with, like, you guys do it already, like, put your balls on somebody's face with their sleeves. Like, I'd be that person. Like, it's just endless amounts of fun you could have with your appendage. Like, that's something, and us girls, we can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, we can't have that much fun because there's nothing really.
There's no.
It's all inverted.
It's all. Yeah,
see, that's how I like it. Like, if I was a guy, that's what I would like to do.
You putting your balls on people when they sleep.
Isn't that wrong? Like, if I was a guy, this is what I'd do. Not like be a CEO or something.
Yeah, no. Well, you could be a Jesus. Where shows your mentality? You could be a CEO as a woman, but.
You just have a better chance.
Yeah. I'd be putting my balls.
I would rule. I'd be president. There you go.
There's always people. Everyone has that one friend that like puts their balls on everything.
And I get terrible.
You'd be one of those guys.
laughs.
Oh, okay.
Like, I'm like, yeah, do it again.
You're the one that encourages that behavior.
This time. And all the girls are like, ew. I'm like, no, do it again.
Like someone they have their arm resting like on a table at the bar or something, and the other guy comes and puts his nuts on their arm.
I had a lot of guy friends, not sexually. I know people always think like, oh, you must have slept with them. No. And it was just because I had that stupid mentality, like, yeah, that's funny, do it again. And then my roommates are like, ew.
I've never put my balls on anybody, and not as a joke.
I never teabag. Like one time, like we went over to the guy's house because they were having a party before. It was like homecoming weekend, something stupid. And so we went over there. We walk in, and I don't know whose dildo it was. I'm not sure. But they threw it like down the hall as soon as we walked in, and nailed one of my roommates in the stomach.
Yeah. That shit hurts.
I busted out laughing, and she's like, "That is so gross." I'm like, "You guys, like that's a story you could tell your kids one day." You walked into the house and you got nailed with a dildo.
You got to tell their kids one day.
Yeah, right? But that's like the God mentality. That'd be like, you guys are funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm sick. I know. And when things are funny.
Speaking of guys and girls and the differences, and I think you mentioned this before, but the transgender MMA fighter. Did you mention that?
That there was a big controversy because they think it's unfair.
Yeah,
But I think they're gonna let her fight.
I think they're gonna let her fight on a reservation. Okay. Because a reservation they can have their own rules.
Because the whole controversy was like they think she has an advantage, but then they're like, then the other side was, well, she's obviously what they do is they fight in their own weight class and all that, but still they figured.
Yeah, and let me tell you, because I got
like a man, is the muscles and all that. That was their whole.
I came across the videos online. I love YouTube and I believe now her name is Fallon Fox. I don't know what it was.
Sounds right.
And this isn't her first fight. She's fought about 2-3 times before. Dominated the other destroyed the people before her.
That's probably why it came up.
And
I'd be pissed if I was the other opponent. Like,
but I mean, still, you know what you're getting into.
So deal with the challenge and how do you overcome it?
And Joe Rogan, because what happened was I was watching clips. It was about Joe Rogan talking about it. That's how I came across it the first time, because I was looking up podcasts and stuff like that. And and it's so funny because Joe Rogan is so progressive normally, because he's all about do acid, smoke marijuana, live your life. He's talking about if you're against gay marriage, that means like you're probably secretly gay and all this other shit. But but remember also Joe Rogan's also like the voice of MMA, or the
face or
the UFC.
Yeah.
Let's make that clear, because UFC is a brand that has MMA, but MMA could be you could organize any event, and I believe there's like real funky rules, because right now, technically, MMA is banned in New York.
Oh,
you can't.
Did something happen?
No, because people say it's the human version of dog fighting, and they say it's brutal. I think it's if you can have boxing,
you get it willingly. It's not like dogs.
You spend more time trying to break the guy's arm, break his leg. Yeah. When you're boxing, you're punching the guy in the fucking head.
Right,
that's worse.
It's pretty vital organs up in there.
I'd rather you try to break my hip than break my skull.
Do something to my memory or something.
So, but and he was arguing, like he goes, well, weight class. He goes, what if you have a 30-pound poodle versus a 30-pound pit bull? Isn't there really an advantage towards the pit bull? I mean, it's a real. I say she should have every right to fight. Mm-hmm. But of course, the people who accept these fights, you have to understand that you're fighting a woman that was once a man, and there is a natural.
There's been studies,
thicker bone structure, broader shoulders, different muscle structure.
There's a different build to men. You can see it physically.
Yeah, and all the estrogen in the world isn't gonna make your shoulders less broad.
Right. Like your bones and muscles are already there.
Yeah, you see, I've heard of guys that get like their jaws shaved down and stuff like that. But that's
make it more feminine.
But you're like
face.
Yeah, but they say like once you cut off a guy's balls, like there's no the body
there's
kind
no
of
testosterone?
I think even if like you're just a regular guy and they cut your balls off, like you're just your estrogen kind of just pops up.
Yeah,
because everybody has both. Your estrogen kind of
testosterone's got to go because your
there's no ball
from the balls.
And
so that's got to definitely go away.
And so they had they were talking about a doctor
Let's cut off your balls and see what happens.
No, I like it.
No.
If you cut my balls off, that means I'm turning into a lesbian because
that's the only other option.
Yeah, I like women too much. I'm totally open-minded. Gay guys want to do what they got to do, but I love women too much. So if you cut my balls off, I'll just be a lesbian or something. But Ronda Rousey, and I think it cut off right before they got her answer, but they interviewed her about it. And, the girl she was, and Ronda Rousey was fighting a girl that was like
these
pardon the phrase, the butchest dyke I've ever seen.
Like, these women fighting aren't like what is it?
People probably,
the WWE women, the divas, like that pretty, what I'm saying, like pretty but muscular tone. Mm-hmm. These are like hardcore, been working out, butchy. Let's put it that way. I wouldn't fuck with them.
Yeah, I think she should be able to fight because it's up to the opponent. You accept that. You accept that fight. The other girls in the past got their ass destroyed. That's any fighter. You have to take it. Anybody you accept the fight from.
Now you gotta overcome it. How you gonna beat this person?
Every fight you have to look at that person. If you're gonna fight someone, you have to look at their past fights and go,
look at their weakness.
What's their strengths? What their weaknesses? And
just poke them in the eye.
Kick them where the balls used to be.
There's got to be sensitivity there.
Yeah.
Kick them, just kick them.
But then again, I've seen, it sounds like a goof, but even like on Tosh.0, there was remember he had a girl fight a guy?
Yeah, because it was like the redemption or something.
Yeah, I think the guy was making all types of sexist comments, and then there was they had him fight a female mixed martial artist.
And then she won, right?
And she beat his ass. So, that being said, I think Fallon Fox should be allowed to fight. It's up to the people who accept the fights. Because, who knows?
You want to fight her, don't fight her.
Maybe she'll shoot to the top of the women's
maybe she'll break
mixed
her leg,
martial arts.
And then there's her weakness later on, and then, what I'm saying? There's always going to be something.
Yeah, give her the shot. You can't say no because anybody could have an advantage. You know what I'm saying? Some people just train better than others. Some fights are very one-sided.
You could just bitch about every fight. They're just, it's just going to be. It's going to be like the Kim Kardashian divorce, where if he wins, then everybody's going to get a divorce based on fraudulent. And then it's like, I don't want to fight that person because they have an advantage in some way. Everybody's going to jump on board.
Yeah, it's not like Fallon Fox is taking advantage because any fighter, especially now that you've seen the first couple, maybe the very first person they fought probably have argued.
Yeah.
Second and third, the first time shame on you, second time shame on me. So anybody that decides to fight, now of course that may work to her disadvantage because maybe there'll be women, maybe nobody will fight her, and she'll be stuck without
shunned out,
and if that's the case, it's a shame. But every fighter has the right to say no, and quite frankly, now that this is becoming public news, I want to see her next fight. I want to see.
It'll definitely be
if anybody is smart, they will put that on pay-per-view because I want to see.
People are gonna stay tuned for that. They're gonna be like,
I want to see a transgender beat up a woman.
That's so awful.
Because I'm sick and evil and sadistic. But that's
Smother that bitch.
But I think she should fight, and I don't think that's a problem. And it's we've been recording this show almost a year.
420 is our year mark, right?
And you're Italian. Forget about it.
I'm Italian and Irish, I'm not just 100%.
I thought you 100% Italian. Okay.
Do I look it? I'm pale.
Italians come in every color.
Yeah, that's true. I'm a mixie.
Do you? Well, I guess maybe the Irish part will probably. Have you ever been to a suntan bed? Have you ever
Oh yeah.
You've been to a tanning booth?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because there's a place here in Rochester now. It's one of those things.
City.
Well, there's suntan. No,
it used to be. I can't do the commercials. That's why.
Well, I'm listening to the radio, and sometimes obviously when it goes to commercial break, I'm either changing the station or not paying attention. But there's a place in Rochester called Zootan.
Oh
Zootan $9.99.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know where that's. I'm guessing in the city. I don't know where, so I've not seen it.
But I can't believe in Rochester. I'm only going by because I listen to, two stations. I listen to 94.1, which is the rock station in the morning. It's Rover's Morning Glory.
I've heard that.
And 95.1, which is, Brother Weeze. And I don't know which station is on. So I just want to clarify that. Where I hear Zootan $9.99, Zootan. But you're naming a tanning place Zootan? How are the people not coming out and protesting and trying to shut this place down? Because the whole place Zootan, it just sounds so
who would go there is all.
Bunch of racist white motherfuckers who want to get, who apparently want to be black.
Yeah, no, and it's got a horrible jingle. I don't think it's gonna last. Because I think there's other places that have been around for a while that can totally, like, that people go to, and I rely on that. For this place to just open up and be called. Not only it's, there's a competitiveness with the other places, so they gotta deal with that, but your name is horrible.
Yeah, Zootan.
So you got 2 strikes against you. I just don't think they're gonna last, and your jingle is terrible.
Zootan,
3 strikes, you're out.
I guess, it works because it's stuck in my head.
Yeah.
But,
but the name, I'm like, what? I know exactly. I don't know where it's located, though.
So,
I haven't seen it.
And now, a while back, it's a long story, but I was waiting for a friend of mine, so they said, okay, meet me outside the Subways. So I go to the Subway. Now, this Subway is right next door to a tanning salon. The person I was waiting for was like 15 minutes late. It was, and I got there early just because in a rare time I actually get someplace early. So I'm waiting outside the Subway, and there's a tanning salon next door. And it was nothing but hottie after hottie after. Oh, yeah. It was like a fucking joke. I was like, God damn.
Oh yeah, go. It's a friend of mine used to work there. Yeah, she's like the hottie of our group. Trust me, like never single. She always had long-term boyfriends, and I think maybe she was single for once in our lives. Like maybe it lasted a month, and then suddenly she was talking to someone. We're like, you bitch! Like she's that person that goes out with us, and she gets all the guys, and we're like, and you don't even realize they're hitting on you. And she's like, no, they weren't. And she's like, I'm like. She's just one of those, just naturally pretty. And she used to work at the tanning bed, and we would always go visit her. Because, like, in high school, we would go every now and then, just because that was, like, the thing. I don't know. Like, for some reason, we needed to keep up with our tan. And, like, it was just all these gorgeous skinny girls. And they're all tan. Like, some that come out, like, snooky, like, orange.
Yeah.
And you're like, honey.
Or the
you
tan
just
mom.
want to, like, take them to the side and be like, what? Girl,
honey, relax.
Take a month off.
Yeah. Who are you trying to impress with that color?
Like, you're orange.
Yeah.
But, no, and all the people that work there are always the skinny, pretty, tan.
Well, coincidentally, I'm looking, obviously, I'm there and I'm checking out the girls. Oh, yeah, there's a sign on the door that said, help wanted.
I'll clean the beds.
But it was,
I'll do what I gotta do.
It was weird because I was probably in front of that Subway for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes, I was there for a while, and it was just hottie after hottie after hottie after hottie.
And they're usually in because usually some girls will go to the gym and then go, and they're usually in the short shorts at the go to the gym and
the yoga pants.
Yeah.
And, thank God.
So they're just kind of quote unquote scrubbed out, but it's like hot scrub.
Yoga pants are God's gift to men.
Like I scrub out and I look like a dude, like a sweatshirt on and baggy pants. And these girls scrub out in short shorts and look hot still.
The tasty Victoria's Secret cool. On the butt, too cool.
Calling me
tucked into the Uggs.
I'm like, you bitches.
So the Zootan.
What else you got?
I got a cute little story. I was hanging out with some friends the other day, and everybody was there with their kids, and it was cool, it was fun, it was a very family friendly vibe. So my friend's daughter comes up to me, and she's playing with my goatee. She goes, "Oh, look at you! Why'd you put all that hair on your face?" So she's like, "Oh, why'd you put?" So then she's playing around a little more, and she takes off my hat, and she goes, "Oh, you took the hair off the top of your head and put it on your face."
Don't you love the innocence when you just want to push her?
No, but see, it was so enduring because kids aren't trying to be malicious or mean, and so she was just, "Oh, you took the hair off your head and put it on your chin."
It's like, put my hair back on.
And I was like,
yeah, that's exactly.
I was like, wow. I was like, kids are calling me, calling me bald or whatever. But it was,
so innocent.
Yeah, I did not get mad, and you can't get mad, but you gotta love. Oh, you took the hair off the top of your head.
Yeah, now put my hair back on. Get away from me.
Yeah. Okay, I'm talking about this 2 weeks later, but the Country Music Awards was on about 2 weeks ago, and now mind you, I
think somebody almost had a nip slip. What's her name? Miranda Lambert, supposedly. I didn't watch it. I don't know what.
I was listening. I wasn't really watching it. It was on in the background.
She didn't have a nip slip, but almost did.
But coincidentally, it was so weird because they have Jewel. Jewel was on the show. At the end, later at the height of the show was Stevie Wonder.
Oh.
And it's I wouldn't think of the country music, but I believe they were playing I think they got a country guy that was covering a Stevie Wonder song, and then what they did is, as a surprise, then they brought Stevie Wonder out to play. So,
or Stevie Wonder didn't know where he was,
but
he didn't realize he was at a country music award.
Right? You don't realize the only dark face.
Go play, man. Go play.
Go play. Yeah, we want you to take a look at this. We'll make you a branch manager.
Yeah, go on.
So it was, but it's weird because like I could only think like I'm not into country music, but I'm more of like a metalhead, like because you see like the Faith Hills and the Toby Keats, like. But I wonder, are like the people who are like the public faces? Are they hated by the people who are like really into country?
Right.
Like I'm like into
Britney Spears was like the big thing. Like people hated her, but yet she was number one.
Yeah, I'm into I guess let's put it more like I'm into rock, and someone go, oh, then you must love My Chemical Romance.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It's like no, bitch.
No, I hate them with all my heart and soul.
I wonder.
And they just broke up. Coincidentally, that's the reason that's fresh in my mind. Not that I care, but
a friend of mine, she like loves country music. But I feel like she likes all those big names.
Oh, okay.
But then there's a few, like, I have no idea, like, I don't know country music, that she's like, oh, that's so-and-so, and I'm like, who?
Yeah.
So I think, like, maybe they like both.
Because the country that I like, or the ones that I've listened to, I like the outlaw shit. Like, I like songs about, like, just fucked up,
Anything fucked up.
Any song with curses in it and stuff like that. Like, I guess if I was into country music, or country and western music, I would get fucking Faith Hill off the screen.
Right,
that ain't real
sure
country.
There's those people that are like, fuck Taylor Swift, because, like, she wins everything, and it's like, she's singing about boys and shit, like,
Keith
so I'm
Urban.
sure...
You're fucking hosting talent shows. Get the fuck off the stage.
Like, I'm sure that those,
You know what I'm saying? Like, I wonder,
but
like
they
I
still
said...
sell out their concerts,
Of course, My Chemical Romance sellouts, but it's like...
But does the real country listeners...
The real country people probably watch it and say, like... The whole show is bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
This is bullshit.
What the fuck is Jewel going up on stage? What the fuck is Stevie Wonder doing on stage? It's just, I wonder, like I said, me being a metalhead or me being a rocker, I would,
you like the
people who are top of the list.
Rock, I guess.
Yeah, the people who are top of the list who are doing the best, I probably can't stand. You know what I'm saying? Like, get that shit out of here.
I will contact Stevie Wonder and find out what his thoughts are.
Okay. I saw a picture online and I've seen it in a movie and I want to propose this. I think people should be allowed to park at fire hydrants.
Oh, you saw that with the host? They love busting holes through.
And when the picture I saw, and this particular picture, it's happened a bunch of times, but this particular picture was taken in Puerto Rico, and
it was a car parked in front of a.
It was a car parked in front of a hydrant. They broke through the windows
there must have been a fire,
so they could run the hose through
That's
the car.
Legal.
No, it's legal,
and they love doing it. So they love when people park in front of fire.
But you know what? I think people should be allowed to park on fire hydrants, and if there happens to be a fire, go right ahead and smash my windows. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, well,
then you gotta pay for your broken windows.
I'd rather pay for broken windows than parking tickets for parking near a hydrant. Because
you rather pay more money.
Maybe because, well, no, is it really more money? Okay,
how much are windows?
You go to the windows, the passenger windows, okay, let's say altogether, probably, maybe I'm used to going to the freaking chop shops in the Bronx. You know what I'm saying? You go to chop shops, you're probably paying $150 for the two windows.
Really?
Yeah.
I think it'd be more.
But that's, no.
I don't know.
No,
chop shop.
if you go to the legitimate places, I'm going ones that like,
windows would be broken anyway.
There was the car went missing in Brooklyn a couple of weeks ago, now it's in the Bronx.
Now suddenly you got the windows.
Now mind you, that was years ago, I haven't been to a chop shop in a while. But that being said, like, and I guess this more comes from me living in New York City.
And how much would a ticket be?
And a ticket's like $120. So, but for 2 tickets alone, there goes your glass. Because you're always gonna need parking. When was the last time someone needed a
fire hydrant?
Yeah, don't get me wrong, there are fires and our firemen are very busy. But when was the last time, I guess maybe it's different in New York City than Rochester, but, when was the last time you really saw, like,
a huge
fire. And
our luck, like my luck, I know I do it, and then it's like a huge fire, and like it was my fault that the car was there to lead it, and then like I'd just be like arrested and shit. Like that would just be my luck.
Or like, like
if I went ahead and did it.
You go and you pay, not even pay, you go and you get a sticker and you put it like in the front of, like you put it right by your registration on the windshield. If there's a fire, feel free to break my glass. Because I hate looking for parking spots.
Well, that's New York City. See, Rochester's not really
luckily
New York
Rochester.
City, I do it because you're sitting there and trying to find, like, it's crazy how you're just scouting for the spots and your eyes are just going back.
Yeah, because
you're waiting for hours.
Every time you see a space between a car, fucking hydrant.
Oh yeah, you get excited. You're like, I can't believe it.
It might be, okay, also, not for nothing. Okay, then here in Rochester, it's all the handicap spots. And okay, you go to, maybe Walmart, I think is the only place that could get away with that many handicap spots. Cause you go to places where there's like 100 handicap, I said, there aren't that many handicapped people in Rochester. If they all came to Walmart at the same time, you know what I'm saying? I want to fucking park.
The other day, and it didn't make sense where the handicaps, I think it was like a 7-Eleven. Cause it was like, the space by the door was, like, I could park there, and then it was handicap. And then it was like all the spaces were, like there was one handicap, but it didn't make sense where the handicap spot was. Like I was closer to where, and I was like, okay, it's legal. Like I checked to make sure.
Yeah,
like,
you gotta make sure.
It says.
I don't see the big blue square.
Like it's not my fault. They put the handicap down there.
And it's like handicap parking a bicycle shop or something like that. Like, I don't.
Are they coming here?
A sporting goods store. I mean, I don't really think, I mean, it sounds really, really offensive.
But are like a lot of them coming here?
Yeah.
Is there,
unless
an overflow.
Unless every handicapped person in Rochester decided at 3:00 to go to Walmart, they don't need that many fucking spots. Oh my god, it's ridiculous.
Like
It bothers me that many parking spots. Wow, I think
you've done it?
I'm all out. Just, like I said, I've been blocked from Facebook because I've been going to public
for a couple weeks.
Just for 15 days.
Settle down, Chris. Just settle down.
I mean, I'm just banned from posting on public posts. So luckily,
in 2 weeks we'll be back at it.
Oh yeah, I'll be back in spamming. It'll be like, like a kid, like any kid, test the limits. You want to see how far you could go before you get spanked again. So please visit twostrangersonePodcast.com where you can find the links for everything. You find the links for our eBay page. Once again, my eBay page is our website, twostrangersonePodcast.com. I only have like 3 video games up there. I keep forgetting to put more stuff, but I've been kind of busy, cause I've been focusing really more on our Indiegogo page.
Check it out. And there's links to that on the website.
The Indiegogo also,
donate $5.
$5.
More if you can.
$10. 15 will get you a DVD, all the archives,
all the
save your bandwidth.
Are on there.
We got USB drives. You could name the show. You can become a sponsor. If you're listening to it, obviously the show is working, so you can be a part of our family. We'll sponsor you. You could do a whole episode dedicated to you. You could do
help support us,
a spot that will run 10,000 times. So, cause we're not stopping. We're not slowing down. This train's gonna keep on rolling. So, so we need your help. So you can go to Indiegogo and search for Two Strangers One Podcast.
Our Facebook page is on there. Link to that.
There's a link to our Facebook page.
Like us, share us, love us, hug us.
Yeah, like
us.
Like us. Just,
all we ask is for a like.
Yeah, just add a like. And if you've already liked us and you want to show your support, like a specific episode. Like when I post an episode, like that episode because it goes on your friend's timeline and your friends go, oh, what's this? And you can tell your friends, oh, check it out. These guys are funny. They're dancing in their underwear. They're hilarious. So, yeah.
Are you still recording?
Yeah.
You're still recording?
Yeah.
They had an explosion, 2 explosions where the Boston Marathon is.
Uh-huh. Oh, wow.
Yeah, something going on.
Oh, boy. All right. Okay, I guess breaking news. That was right when there was 2 explosions at the Boston Marathon, so I guess the story is going to be unfolding as we wrap this up.
Breaking news, injury, Boston Marathon at the finish line. Injuries reported in Sweden.
And even though we're nowhere near Boston, but I heard some rumbling a second ago, like a while back.
Great.
Oh boy. So, you could visit our Indiegogo page where you can donate money to support the show, and just even for $5 or $8 you can buy 2 tickets to StrangerCon, our live show, June 15th. We're going to record. Schedule can be changed, but we're scheduled to have the JJ Lang band, so you can rock out to some good old original rock music. Rock out with your cock out. Get your cock out. Wave it about.
This is the news that they just had. Like, I'm guessing this just happened because it just says there were 2 booms heard from near the finish line inside the Fairmount Copley Plaza Hotel. So the hotel is now on lockdown and they're looking into it. 2 booms sounded like thunder and had come a short time earlier. Don't know what that means, but that's all it says.
No. So, by the time this episode comes out, I'm pretty sure they'll know everything that what's going on. Like us on Facebook. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, you have an iPhone, iPad, iPod, iPad Mini, any of those iDevices, you can subscribe to us on iTunes. Just go to the iStore and click the upper right tab that says podcasts and search for Two Strangers One Podcast. You'll see the name Chris and Kristen, Two Strangers One Podcast. You'll see our beautiful red, white, and blue logo. Click on it. You can subscribe.
Sorry, it just I like how you describe like where the podcast is located, but if they already had like the ISOP, wouldn't they already know where the podcast? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Well, they should. Well, I mean, maybe it's someone who clicked on a link that a friend shared on their Facebook page.
I just realized that. I was like, maybe they know where the podcast is.
Yeah, well, this is all for the new people. I think anybody who's listened to the show before will know. Once I say go visit Two Strangers One Podcast, you could turn off the show.
Turn it off.
Because honestly,
just go to the website.
Our show, it doesn't. If you download, if you download the episode, it counts, and you have to listen to at least 15 minutes of the episode if you're streaming for it to count. So let me tell you, I love you guys. You can listen to once you listen to 15 minutes or 20, give it like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
after 20 minutes, feel free to turn this off.
Do what you want.
Just listen to the first, because 15 minutes counts as
just give us a solid 20.
A listen.
To make sure it calculates.
Downloading always counts because downloading is like one. But if a person listens to like the first, that's why we have to kind of be interesting.
Yeah, interesting in the beginning.
In the beginning, because we got to keep people hooked for at least 15 minutes.
Hook, line, and sinker.
After 15 minutes, we could talk about we could fart for another 45 minutes. The first 15 minutes counts the most. So even if you want to support the show, well, what I do is like all my favorite podcasts, I download like the day they come out because the first day is always like the most important. You know, and actually the days that we post are always, our Tuesdays and Thursdays are always the highest numbers. So
they automatically download, don't
because the people who have subscribed to us on iPhone, iPad, iPod, all the other people subscribe to us on iTunes, when their phone, as soon as they get online and their phone syncs up or their device syncs up, it gets our shows. That counts as a download. So if you guys could download on Tuesdays and Thursdays, it'd be awesome also.
That'd be really great.
I mean, you're charging it anyway, right?
Hint, hint.
And then, like I said, if you're gonna stream the episode, please just listen to the first 15 minutes, because the first 15 minutes is what counts.
Just let it play.
Yeah, just let it play. Just let it play. You know, you're charging your phone and you know, just let it play.
We don't even want people to listen to it anymore. We just want
I want them to listen, but if they want to help us and they haven't, you know, and they don't, you know, just listen to the first 15 minutes. Just stream the first 15 minutes and
20,
it's good.
That way we know
20, yeah. So it counts. So,
20, please.
and like I mentioned before, if you have an Android device, you can find us on the Stitcher app, STITCHER. Every podcast worth listening to, in my opinion, is on Stitcher. Mark Maron podcast, Adam Carolla, my two favorites, Kevin Smith's Smodcast and Chris Hardwick's Nerdist. Our brothers on the West Coast, Livin' Lane. You can find all their shows also on iTunes and Stitcher. It's LIVINLAME. And the website for all their shows, and we're part of the network also, is livinlamepodcastentertainment.com. That's LIVINLAME, podcastentertainment.com. There's the Big Daddy that started all, and I actually listen to every episode, Livin' Lane, which all the guys come and record, and actually there's a new girl on the show. They have their own version of Kristen. There's a Kristen on the show, but she spells her name a lot. It's Christ, Christ N, or Christ I-N.
I was going to say, listen, there's nothing in between.
I think it's either
almost like Christine, but no E.
Yeah, Christine, but she's Kristen. She's cutie. Kristen, you're not.
Go girl.
I mean, I added her as a friend.
That's funny.
I added her as a friend. She's cute, you know.
Go girl. Go get him.
West Coast side piece. That's horrible. No, but she's actually very, very funny. So they have a new person on the show. You know, one person leaves, another person shows up. So you can listen to the Fox.
Irreplaceable. The Beyonce song was actually on the way here, and it was that old Beyonce song. It's like to the left, to the left.
Oh, okay, that one.
Yeah. Which was weird because it's old, and then conveniently you're talking about somebody who was replaced.
And,
replace me.
Was that?
Don't get any ideas. You better not replace me.
Well, because last week, Cord did an episode, it was, because everybody had like something up. So Cord recorded with Kristen. So I was like, Cord and Kristen, two lames, one podcast. Because they call everyone on their show, all the members of the show called lames. So I said, two lames, one Cord and Kristen. Two lames, one podcast, but
that's funny.
Yeah, so but they have
they're twins on the West Coast.
Yeah, they were, it's
coast to coast twins.
The format works, and so they have the Fox Den, which is about astrology, numerology, nature. There's the Real Chat, which is about television shows and movies. And then they started a new one, but they haven't really followed it up. But they do have the first episode of Down in Derby, which is about the Red Bluff Derby girls. But maybe we'll have someone from Rochester from Derby, so we can probably add to that podcast. Yeah, great minds think alike.
Because we're coast twins.
And all right, they looked for a girl named Kristen. Like, you want to do on the podcast?
Yeah, they probably did. They put that up on Craigslist.
Because if I understand correctly, their Kristen met Cord on Facebook.
Crazy.
Like, I think she
just
didn't
mutual.
Yeah, she just decided I think they had mutual friends or something, and then she came on the show.
Contact.
So
almost like two strangers coming
coincidence.
Together.
So
it works. Something with the names.
So I forgot what I was gonna say, but yeah. So Fox then there's the Breakdown, which is their music show where you could listen. Right now, I have Chris's Hidden Metal Show. By the time this episode comes out, episode 9 is just out. Episode 10 will be out on Sunday. And I got more lined up. I just haven't recorded them yet, but it sucks when you record once a week. What else? I think I pretty much... Check out our website.
Just do it.
Just do it, damn it. Just fucking do it, damn it.
Just do it. Support our Indiegogo.
Support our Indiegogo, please. I mean,
thank you.
And thank you to Alana Smith Brown. And also... I'm sorry I forgot to mention him in the last episodes. My friend Andy, and Shafayat for also donating. Right now we have 3, I'm still spamming people, but we have, and generous donations.
Yes.
So, thank you guys very, very, very much.
We need more of you out there.
My boy Shafayat he's a Mac guy.
Oh yeah.
So he goes,
support anything.
He said, as soon as you said you want to buy a MacBook Pro, he goes, I had to throw my money on it. So,
we should just email Apple.
Yeah. We wouldn't need this Indiegogo if they could just give us a laptop.
Why don't you just give us one, you jerks?
But even, what's his face?
Steve Jobs.
Well, not Steve Jobs. The guy, the actor who's in the Mac versus PC commercials. I forgot his name. He was in Zack and Mary Make a Porno. He was in Accepted.
Justin Long.
He said that he worked for Mac, technically.
Yeah.
And all they did was give him 15% off.
That was it.
He could buy products with 15% off, which I think is the same even for the employees that work there.
Right, yeah, that's not a huge deal.
Yeah, well, that's why Mac...
That seems like it's an employee discount.
That's why Mac owns the fucking planet, because
I'd be pissed.
They don't give a fuck. We get new nerds to come sell this shit. So, as much as I would love for them to help us out, I don't think they're going to.
I don't think it's going to happen.
I mean, we're promoting a product. We want to use it.
We'll email Justin. He's going to get us his 15% discount.
Yeah, right. We're going to start Indiegogo to contact Justin Long to get us a 15% discount.
Or we could just contact a coworker at the Apple store.
Yeah, that'd be we want to...
That might be the easier way.
We should hand out the Indiegogo flyers. We should make Indiegogo flyers, hand them out at the Apple store. We want to come back here. Because there's only one Apple store in Rochester,
right.
So...
The mecca of the Apple store.
Well, there is a place called Mac Ave. And this episode's going way past what we're supposed to. There is a store called Mac Ave, which is an official Mac seller. Yeah.
Oh.
And I friended him online, and who knows?
Oh, with the guy?
Well, no, he has a store, and it's called Mac Ave.
Never heard of it.
Or, Mac Avenue.
Sounds like something that's fallen off trucks and
no.
PirateBay.com.
Because I think I found him originally because he was fixing MacBooks.
Yeah, loosely, in quotes, fixing.
No, he has a storefront and everything.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So does the Mafia.
Well, I don't know, I don't know, this guy may be a friend of the show, I don't know. But,
I love you.
So if you can't go to the Mac store, go to Mac Ave. Go visit Click and Hit. Anyone wants to sponsor our show, we're still looking for sponsors. If you're a local Rochester business.
Reebok seems like they need sponsors.
Yeah, right. Oh, yeah.
If you need to, Dunkin' Donuts.
We will support. I mean, you give us the right amount of money, we'll call StrangerCon whatever the hell you want. Mac Ave presents StrangerCon.
I was gonna say, we'll put StrangerCon in little letters if that's what you want.
So check out our page, and I think we've said everything we had to say. We certainly hope you guys enjoyed listening, had as much fun as we did recording. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen.
Don't be a stranger.
See ya.
Bye.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne? Smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking, are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia is spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man.
Is.
Look at her, fucking, she's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show, I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it, that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15 is not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his comic books, heavy metal, video games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And Fuck you, I'm out.